She is in that post. When she stands up, that's young. How tall is Emma?
5. She is not 5. Okay, she's 5'8".
5'8"?
5'7".
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
5'7.5"?
Yeah.
And this is Jillian. Tell me a difference now, Jillian. Tell me a difference between Jillian and Emma. What are some differences between the two?
Oh, well, we definitely play different positions. Like, Emma wants to get out and do everything. She wants to try and be a point. She wants to try and be a shooting guard. She wants to try every position. She really wants to be. She's a really diverse player. I try to stay in my position and stay in a position the coach needs me in. Like, I try to be that person that can step up in a position where the coach needs me and really try to get better in the position I'm in, so I can really work towards being a really good.
If we were writing that pre-game lineup out, what position would we put you in the line? We put you at a wing spot or be a 2 guard kind of on the wing? Now you probably have to shoot the 3-point shot then.
Oh no.
No 3-pointers by you?
I am not a shooter.
Wow.
Our shooters are Malin and Emma and Ava, and I'm kind of that person that if Ava can't get the ball, then I'm somewhere in there trying to get them the ball, and I'm kind of there for passing, and I get in there and rebound. I'm really aggressive. Like, I just
love to rebound.
I really get out.
You love that rebounding game then. How about free throw shooting? How are you at the foul line?
I try. I love free throws. Like, I just love free throws.
Just give you a chance, right?
If you give me a chance, yeah, I hope I can hit them. Like, I really try. When it comes down to it, they're big shots.
Can you out-rebound Emma? Would you out-rebound her in the game, or would she out-rebound you?
Well, we've had some situations where, like a game in AU, supposedly I was on the bottom of the free throw, girl shooting free throw, and we were on the opposite team, so I was on the bottom, and Emma was on the other side, and the ball came down to me, and I got the rebound. Apparently, I ripped it out of Emma's hands. I don't think I did, but I ended up taking it down the court and hit on a buzzer beater to win.
Wow.
So apparently, I took it out of Emma's
And you said
hands.
you weren't a shooter, but you hit the buzzer beater to win the game, right?
See, I am just lucky.
You're fortunate.
No, I don't think I'm lucky.
You're in the right
place. I try. Like, I really, really do try when it comes down to it. I really want to be that person that's just trying their hardest.
And you're at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And you've got one of those things, too, I think I can sense already. You've got the endless motor. That motor's going full steam all the time.
Yeah.
Wide open.
I'm like that person that's on defense, like whenever it's tired. Guys, come on, let's get our hands up. Let's do this. Slide your feet. Let's go. Move your feet. No time, no lazy fouls. Let's go.
Can you get some of those 5-second calls? I bet you picked up a few of those in your defense.
Yeah, I got a few of those this year. I was really happy for those because I really seem to excel sometimes on defense. So I really try to stand out on defense because sometimes for a lot of players, coaches look at their shot and stuff, and when they can't play defense and back it up, it's hard.
That's a good point.
I have a defense game, but I can't back it up with my own. I try to back it up with offense. My goal on the team is to lead and assist, but we don't keep track of assists on the stat table, so it's kind of hard.
How about when the other team's got a big, quick, fast break? They're down the court in a hurry. Are you the first person back on defense?
We have a rebounding thing set up to where if you're the farthest person back and they have somebody running back, you take off with them and you go with them and try to any way you can stop the ball from getting to them and stop their fast break.
You picked up some of your coach's energy too, right? Hadn't she rubbed off on you a little bit, Coach Shelton?
She's a little full of energy. She has a really big passion for the game. She just loves the game. Like, it just generates off her and onto the rest of the team. Like, you hear the bench going defense and cheering for us, and you can feel it on the court. We're all like, come on guys, let's do this. It just goes through everybody.
What do you take out of this, 67-0, 67 straight wins? What do you take with you from that over the past couple of years when you get out of here?
I think just showing that when you're really determined and you really want something, and you want to work to get it, you'll get it. And I think that's what our team really did well this year, is we understood we were coming off an undefeated season last year. And it wasn't a goal for us at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, our goal was to be a conference champion, regular season, and conference tournament champion, and win Shamrock.
Shamrock is big, and people that aren't familiar with that, Shamrock is big, big, yeah.
There's a lot of teams. It's like a bunch of Catholic school teams and some church teams. So when we got to Shamrock and we were undefeated, it was kind of necessary to be undefeated, so we made that one of our goals in Shamrock. And that was really exciting to come out undefeated, and it was just kind of a happy ending, dream come true.
Was it kind of fun, too, to beat those teams like Southeast, Guilford, Northern, Guilford, and Greensboro Day to get to mix it up with those guys?
It was so fun because we were tired. You know, our boys, we love the boys, varsity boys team. Like, we get on each other all the time. Like, we're like brothers and sisters. And they were always like, you guys would never last in a public school game. And we just felt so good because people are always like, you wouldn't last in a real game because we're a Catholic school. And so it was really fun to get out there and prove the people wrong who say we couldn't hang with the people in public school. And when we would play Northern and Rockingham, we played Southeast. And it was also a good challenge because we may look big, but some teams just have huge girls, and we really wanted to try and work against size and learn to work against people with big girls.
Kind of, you talked about a table for rebounds and assists, or this kind of gave you a table playing these public schools to find out where you sit. You know, kind of gave you a chart, gave you a measuring stick of how good you were against them.
Yeah, it was fun to play them because we really love to challenge ourselves. Like, we tried to set up so many challenging games this year. Some of them didn't work out, but that's okay. We played in those games that really showed, like, okay guys, this may have some pressure to it, and shows that we'll work under pressure and how we work under pressure and what we could do to improve when we work under pressure, and that should we talk to each other like this, should we get on each other about this, should we just say, let's go, you got this, you can do it, it'll be okay, shake it off, you got this. It really helped us like bond as a team to come closer when we played under pressure games.
Here's a kind of a point for you. When you're not playing basketball, what else do you do? I mean, you got basketball blood flowing through you. Sounds like 24/7. What do you do when you're not doing basketball? Because you do a lot of basketball.
I'm a nerd.
Uh-oh.
I love my academics. Like, I'm so thankful I'm able to get hey, I am so thankful I get the education I can get, and my academics do come first. And I really try to keep up my academics. But other than that, I'm probably in the gym or sleeping.
Wow. So you got your academics together, which is a big thing. You don't mind, and you're proud of the fact that you do hit those books and hit those books pretty hard.
I'm proud of it. Like, we have to keep up a certain grade point average to play on the basketball team, and I always want to make sure that'll never be a problem if it gets too low for me. And I have goals for myself. My goal in life is you're at school to get an education. Not basketball can come second. And I really want to play basketball in Ivy League school like Stanford or somebody with a really nice reputation, or a really big academic and athletic school.
So if you had an option maybe to go somewhere like Harvard or Yale, you'd jump at that in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, because basketball, I love the game so much, but it won't last you forever.
You're right about that. You've got a little bit of this college in you, college thinking as a young person too. You picked this up pretty well.
Oh yeah, I grew up watching my sister play basketball. We saw Candace Parker and all the Tennessee.
Candace Parker, those are the big Tennessee names, huh?
I love her.
Wow.
She's such a great role model. She's a mom, and she got through her schooling. Now she's in the WNBA. She's such an amazing role model. And my sister and my older sister, she made the first Tennessee Dream Team, which is a mentoring program that the student athletes do for children. And she's just such a great inspiration because she keeps her grades up. She's a mentor. She plays basketball at 100%. She's just always going and trying to be a role model, and that's what's really inspiring to me.
You get the 4.0 scale. On the 4.0 scale, if that was the highest number academically, where do you probably sit at? Maybe about a 4.2?
Oh, I have a 4.0.
So are you a little bit above that? Can you take any honors courses to get you any extra credit?
Well, in high school, me and Emma and I have applied for the Page IB program. We haven't found out if we got in yet or not, but we plan on doing that because you have to challenge yourself when you get older and older, and that just helps us challenging being a student athlete so you can prepare yourself for college and so on in life.
So you've got it together. Basketball's not there for the next 10, 15, 20 years. You've got a lot of other things going on too.
I hope it is. Oh my gosh, I would love to be a coach, but I have to know if something like that doesn't work out, I have to have something that'll pick me up and help me get through the rest of my life.
And you've got a lot of this from your mom, your dad, your sister. You got a pretty good foundation underneath you too.
Oh yeah. My dad he's a graduate from NC State. My mom's a graduate from Carolina. So when we were little, everyone was like, so you're going to go to Duke or Carolina or NC State? And my parents are both really, really smart, and they have just shown us, they've tried to teach us that you have to keep your grades up to play this sport, so grades should come first, and you're at school to get an education. It's called school, not basketball education.
Who's the best player in the ACC? I'm going to give you two choices on this men's side. Who's the better player, Marcus Page or TJ Warren? Have you seen those guys play? You know those guys? Page at Carolina, TJ Warren at State. Who's the better player between those two?
I don't know. I pay more attention to women's basketball. I love the game of women's basketball. I think it's so interesting that, like, for me, it seems like guys' games turn into a dunk contest. And for women's basketball, like, they have plays, they run, they really are working hard. Like, we went to the SEC tournament when my older sister was a freshman, and a girl from Kentucky, I believe it was Samari Walker, she was trying so hard, she ended up getting sick at the end of the game, and she had to come out because she got sick. And the determination the girls have in them for it to not just be a dunk contest, to really push themselves, is just what really gets me, and that's what I love about women's basketball.
So you play girls basketball. If you've got your choice between going to a big men's game or a big women's game, you'll be at the women's game in a heartbeat.
I hope so. I mean, it depends. I have my favorite men's teams, but
Who's that?
I like them. I like Oklahoma.
Wow, and men's?
And yeah, the Oklahoma Thunder and.
Yeah, you talked to your sister about being diverse. That's pretty diverse too. Going
Oh
Oklahoma
yeah,
men's basketball.
I just love like how hard they all work. I love the Miami Heat, the Lakers. I just love the NBA.
So if you had to choose between Kobe and LeBron James, who do you choose there?
Oh no. I choose Kobe because he's just like a really good athlete and he's tried so hard. Like when he really hit his peak in like 2001, he really like worked so hard in the summer.
Pretty good. So his peak for you felt like it came in 2000.
Yeah, like when he gets injuries, like he plays through the rest of them. I hate to say it, but LeBron, he just gets up off the court and walks off. And it's good that he got it checked out, but he doesn't try to play through it. Like I feel like Kobe really tries to play through it. Like he wants to finish. He doesn't want to get off. He wants to stay on the court.
If you had to go and put Michael Jordan in that same category.
Oh, Michael Jordan over everybody. He's the greatest of all time.
Even over Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
I love Michael Jordan. He's my. I grew up like Michael Jordan, Candace Parker, like all day, every day.
Wow. All night long, all day long.
Yes. And it's so cool because Michael Jordan lived in Greensboro and North Carolina for part of his life.
He sure did. He sure did. Now he owns the Charlotte Bobcats, and they've got all those good things going on down there.
Yeah, and they're really starting to get better. Like they're not a joke anymore.
Plus, they won't be the Bobcats next year, right? They'll be the Hornets again next year.
They'll be the Hornets again, which is really fun because we had a teacher at our school, and he was part of an organization called Bring Back the Buzz.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And they wanted to bring back the Hornets, so that's really cool that they came back now.
And they got a guy down there too named Fred Whitfield who grew up here, and he's like the president of the team. All those good things.
Yeah, it's so cool to have like all these really big names coming out of Greensboro that like own teams and manage them, and it's just really cool to say.
You might be one of those big names too one day. You never know.
Oh, I hope so. That would be really cool.
And what about? I got word somewhere you actually had like some people go to summer basketball camp and do some things there, but you actually had like you went to WFDD camp, right?
Oh yeah.
What was that camp?
We went to a radio camp where they taught you how to be like a radio broadcaster. They showed you what they did behind the scenes, and my mom says you can't. Basketball camps are super fun for us, and we do them all the time. And she's like, but you know, having a little diversity behind you will make you stand out some more. So we went to that camp, and they let you pick. They would give us people. We drew them out of a basket, and we get to interview them and edit it down to a 2-minute interview that aired on the radio. And I actually got to do a man named Phil Brame. He works with IMG, and he's a sports broadcaster.
Wow.
And he helps with the advertisement of colleges, like putting them on in restaurants and in mugs. And that was pretty cool. And his father actually like went to the University of Tennessee, so we bonded over that, and that was pretty cool.
Did you run into Denise Franklin? Was she there? The lady that used to be in charge of that station?
I don't think so.
Didn't see her, but a lot of sports stuff in that camp, though, right? In that radio camp.
Well, they had Phil Brame. They had a bunch of different people. They were coming out of people who like went to Wake Forest because it was on the Wake Forest campus. So they had a yoga instructor like Phil Brame, a musician, an artist.
If you could interview a guy like Tim Duncan, would that be fun to do some guy like that?
Oh my gosh, yes.
You enjoy his game, right?
I love Tim Duncan. He's so cool. I think anybody to interview somebody as big like that would be so fun because just seeing their determination and work to get where they are today is just so interesting to me. Like, why do you want to pursue this so much? Like, what drove you to do this?
And what drove you to do what you did, and what was the key to your team's success the past 2 years? What would you say?
I think the fact that we had a lot of determination. We set high standards for ourselves, and Coach Schott set high standards for us. And the group of girls we had in the past 2 years, we do not like to fail. We do not like to let people down. We like to shine. And I think that's what really pushed us is the determination to prove people wrong and reach those high standards.
And you had the songs that you sang before the game. Did you have
my gosh.
Did you have any you sang after the game? Did you ever sing We're the Champions, anything like that?
I think on the way home on the bus from games, like last year at Shamrock, we had a limo ride on the way home, and this year we had a charter bus on the way home with the boys. And we played music, and we were all singing and having fun, and just this year on the end of the bus after we were singing, dancing, we all just kind of sat down in our seats, and we just started like talking about the seasons and where we're all going to be next year. And it was kind of like a moment for us because I know the people in our grade we're all very close. Most of us have been here since all 9 years since kindergarten, so we're all really close, and it was a moment.
Those pregame routines were a lot of fun, though, right?
Oh yeah, I was the lead for Don't Drop That Thump Thump. Did you know that? I was the rapper.
So you were the rapper.
That was pretty interesting, if I do say so myself.
You've got to be a team leader then, right? To be the
Oh yeah, Ava, Malin, and I are the 3 captains.
Ava, Malin, and also Jillian are the team captains.
Yes, sir.
Well, listen, Jillian, good to talk with you.
Thank you so much.
Continued success.
Thank
Long
you.
live WFDD Radio Camp. Long live the St.
Oh,
Pius
yeah.